Welcome to your final tutorial, and this one's titled Forms, Why, Penalties, and Tips. And this is just going to be the shortest of all the tutorials. We're just going to walk you through some of the support we give in the Quiggler tool to help you implement the steps and the actions. So if you recall, every single one of the actions has got these tabs next to the action of download forms, what will my client see, why, the penalties, and pro tips. So on the download forms is really simple. We give you access to either your Simplicity Forms, Instanet, ZipLogic. It just takes you right to your login so that you can get a form that may be familiar to you to implement that particular action. Or we give you the form itself. Often we will give you the state form, meaning we give it to you in the format that the state says, and then you can put it on your own stationery if you want. And sometimes we actually give you the form. For instance, when you are on lead paint, which is where we are right now, you just click on it and boom, there is the lead paint form. And we also have the lead paint disclosure form there for you that the federal law requires. In terms of what will my client say, we've been showing that to you throughout. But if you want, before you answer an action, yes or no, if you would like to see in advance what your client will see, just click on that and we will show you. Then when it moves to the completed column, you can click on that and you see exactly what your client has seen. So that's what that one's about. Next is the Why tab, and boy is this important. The Why tells you why you need to do this. Remember, nothing in Quiggler is optional, and we don't make any of this stuff up. This is all required by federal law, state law, or by the Code of Ethics. So we tell you exactly why, and we show you the exact citation. We don't interpret them, we just quote them. There they are. So if it's federal law, you will see that. If it's state law, you'll see the state law. If it's the Code of Ethics, we will tell you it's from the National Association of Realtors or whatever entity you're following. So, and if all three of them are there, then they go federal, state, and then code. The penalties. Well, this is what you need to know is going to happen to you if you don't comply. Now, the most severe penalties are federal law. They run as high as $500,000 fine and 10 years in prison. So you don't want to play around with them. The lead paint law is $10,000 per infraction. So you don't want to not do these. You want to make sure you are always compliant, and we tell you the exact penalty. And it looked like this. So this is actually out of federal law. We give you the exact citation and we tell you the penalty. And then finally, there's pro tips. And this is a very iterative type of thing which we ask you to get involved with. This is us helping each other to all do the right thing. And what we're doing is exchanging tips here about how you may have implemented something that was maybe difficult and you found an easier way to do it. Or I'll give you some example. We got a tip from Indiana recently that now there was a concern about when somebody did not get a price reduction in writing. And they got it verbally, they put it through, and then the seller came back and sued and filed an ethics complaint against them. So what we learned was that Article 9 is now being interpreted that you must make sure that a price reduction is always in writing. Now, many of your MLSs, I'm sure, require that. In this case, they did not. Or another one came through from Florida, where they called us and told us that the federal government was out issuing $10,000 fines, like Pez, they said. And they said that we inquired with them to find out why, and we learned that it was because agents had not gotten the proper signatures on the lead paint form in their proper order. And the order was very simple. It was seller first, seller agent second, buyer third, and buyer agent fourth. And they must be dated in that order. So that's the sort of professional tips that we have here to help you implement all these steps and actions. That's it. Again, welcome to Quiggler. Great to have you.